Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. I've just finished work and Nicola has just dropped me off. So today, as you can see from the title of the video, obviously, I know a lot of people will say, today we're doing this. Well, you know what I'm doing because you've read the title. But anyway, we're trying out the cheapest tent on Temu. Now, Temu has quite a reputation. If you don't know what Temu is, it's basically like that is it AliExpress? I think it's AliExpress and Wish, one of those like really cheap, generally sort of Chinese, I think, just tat websites where you basically buy a MacBook for 15 quid and then you get this heap of crap instead of the thing you think you're getting. But anyway, I'm currently walking past the council offices. This is where I've been dropped off, and I'm actually going to a field up the road here because it's nice and open. I don't think anyone's going to be there, and it's a good place to test a tent. I was going to go to the forest, but just with the time of year, the forest is really dense now, and it's just like it's too dark really. I just don't really like it, and you can't really see things properly, and I can't be arsed for that. But anyway, that's enough of me waffling on. Let's get to the spot. So where I'm going is pretty much on the outskirts of my town. This would be the main road to the next town. So in theory, not that many people actually walk this way. The land I'm going to is owned by the local university, but I feel like it's not really used for anything. I feel like a long time ago there used to be playing fields here. This is basically where I'm going. There is a boathouse at the bottom, but basically where those collection of trees are, I'm going in around that side, and I should be able to camp somewhere over there. I was going to go in this way, but it seems like a bit of a no-go. Although that isn't locked, so I could go that way, but there's an opening down this road, so we'll go there, and then we'll see what it's like. Okay, we are basically where we need to be. It's this entranceway here. I'm just going to go straight in because there's no cars. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. Grass is a bit long, but we can make it work. Yeah, not too bad. We'll go this way and we'll see. The grass is very long. Very long indeed. But I mean, clearly this isn't being used for anything. It's not being used as for crops, obviously. It's not being used for grazing. It's just kind of here. So I'm now at that other corner, and the long grass has subsided into this lovely little soft section, which is lovely. Oh, of course there's a car there. There's a car over there who's just sort of seen me, but I don't know if they care or not. So it's kind of hard to tell, but there was a road where that green sign is. There's a little road, and then there's a place over here which is a restaurant currently, and it hosts weddings and stuff. So there might be a few cars coming down that road, but not worry too much. We tended also to maybe camp in that corner. I don't know, but this is the field that was gated. Let's see what this is like. And we're a wee bit visible from those new built houses just at the tree line there. And then there's that bit I would have come in at. It's definitely not as overgrown this side, but as I say, there is a boathouse sort of along where those houses are. So there'll be maybe uni security might be going down there, I don't really know. I'm not sure, but yeah, as far as I know, the uni owns all this land. I'm pretty sure there used to be a playing field, but they don't use it anymore. I could go into that tree line, but I saw some rabbits running there a little minute ago. I don't want to be disturbing them. I think I'll go back to these yellow flowers and camp there. I'll maybe go closer to the river and see if it's a better spot. But yeah, let's have a look. Oh. Now is that me? Or is that the top of a London bus? If so, what the hell is it doing here? Okay, we're now down in this opposite corner. The only annoying thing is they're uni halls. Now, it's June. It's been a while since I was at uni, but I feel like I wasn't at uni in June. I'm pretty sure I had everything done by June, so I feel like they might be empty. Let's see. So there is the river. Oh, there's a little building down there. Oh, that must be part of the boathouse. Let's just have a wee venture in here for a second. Oh yeah, there's the boathouse. There's actually a little bit you can camp there nearly, but I think that's a bit too reckless. Ow, something's spiking me. Alright, so I quite like where I am now because that road I was talking about, it kind of dips. Sorry, the road doesn't dip, but the land dips where I am, so I'm not really an eye line of cars there. My only worry is this, these uni halls. I really don't think anyone's in them at this time. I'm looking in all the windows, I don't see anything. Then who stands at the window the whole time? The simple thing to do would be to camp at that hedge line, because then the uni halls won't see me. But I kind of like being slightly further away from the cars here. So it's really a toss-up between not as much road noise or being seen. I feel like being seen is more important, or not being seen is more important, so I think I am going to go over there. I'll do the sensible thing for one time. Also, you may notice I'm wearing a very bright pale blue hat. That is because someone left me a comment. Maybe it wasn't trying to be as abrupt at this, but they just basically said, stop wearing that yellow hat. You know, there's nicer ways of saying it, but it annoyed me even more because I addressed it in the video, what a poor choice of colour it was. So this is for you. Not that I'd be bitter and hold a grudge or anything. Okay, the reason we are here, this thing. So this is my tent. So I'm actually going to show you on my phone quickly what this thing was supposed to be. So it's supposed to be this. Oh, there's a train going by. It's a, so what is it? It's a 2 to 3 double layer tent, right? 2 to 3 person double layer tent, right? First of all, this arrived and it feels incredibly light. Like suspiciously light. It's also grey, and I think it was yellow as well. I haven't opened it yet. So it's the wrong colour. Another worrying thing is it says 200 by 150 on it, which if it's 200 by 150 centimetres, this is not a 3-person tent. This is barely a 2-person tent. So that'll be fun. But this is one of those ones that is basically like a pop-up tent. So it has like a mechanism, you fold it out and you just lift it, and it's supposed to just lock into place. So normally you'd get like a 20-second time lapse of me building, but in theory I should have this built in like, I don't know, a minute, but I guess we'll see. Okay. Oh, hello. What's this? Oh, what's that? Oh, there's pegs. They're terrible pegs. That's a good indication of how bad this tent's going to be. Look at those pegs. Look at how thin they are. Anyway, so this is the photo of the tent. It's absolutely huge. So it seems quite simple. Fold it out, lift to the top, and then lock the wee things in. And that's it. I'll hold that there if anyone is interested in how to build this. Right, let's go. This thing seems too good to be true, which is pretty much a guarantee that it is too good to be true. Okay, The ground sheet actually feels quite good. Okay. Is that supposed to be something supposed to be on the end of that? It seems weird that that's just like unfinished. I don't know. Oh, it's open at both ends. Oh. Right, is that it? Guys, that's it. Done. That's crazy. Oh wait. That's what that's for. Oh, it's like a little overhang. Okay, I don't have it pegged in yet because I just wanted to show you one thing. This ground sheet felt quite thick to begin with, but you can actually see through it. Now the ground is quite dry, so I am debating leaving it, but I might put a tarp underneath it. I don't know. I mean, yeah, look, you can see it coming through there. Even just that small piece of moisture. Yeah, okay, so it definitely needs a better ground sheet, but okay, I mean, it's not too bad. The material feels quite thick. I'll put the ground sheet underneath, we'll peg the whole thing down, and then I'll come back to you. I'll be honest, I did not have high hopes for this thing. But you know what, I'm pleasantly surprised. Yes, I had to put a ground sheet underneath it, but it's actually alright. You know, I don't want to get excited, but you know, I'm getting excited. Surprisingly sturdy. I've kind of built it into the wind, which wasn't a good idea. But sure, it's done now. It feels, despite not feeling particularly sturdy, it actually feels quite robust. The material is actually quite thick, if I'm honest. I feel like the material would be waterproof. The stitching is maybe might let it down, but I don't know yet. It has the double doors like it said it would. Oh, let's lift up before I forget. So doors on both sides, so condensation shouldn't really be a problem, because if it gets bad I can just open both sides up. Yeah, this little canopy's handy just to sort of keep a lot of the rain off the top of the door. One more thing I don't really like is the whole door hinges on a single zip, and it's a cheap zip, so if that zip breaks we are cooked. But yeah, surprisingly decent. And it turns out it is the right colour. So I thought it was grey, but it was obviously the bottom of the tent I was looking at, but I didn't know that at the time because I didn't want to open it before I started the video. But let's get inside and see what it's like. One thing I would say, it's good for recording because it's so light, it bounces light around everywhere. Little hook for your light, little tiny pocket. Not much else to say really. The stitching, there's a few imperfections just in the fabric, and then the stitching, I can kind of see light through it. So I feel like we might end up having a repeat of the eBay tent I had that leaked. There was a lot of rain earlier today. It's supposed to clear up tonight. We're not supposed to get any. Sure, we'll see. I don't have any other tarps with me, so if the rain gets really bad, I'll take the tarp from underneath and throw it over the top. Although it means the bottom will get wet, but I mean, I don't know. The whole field's in a slope, but we're at the top of the slope, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, pleasantly surprised. But can I fit is the thing. I mean, as usual with these tents, I kind of have to lie corner to corner, just so I'm in the longest bit, but I'm just about in. The head's a bit close to the sides, so you wouldn't want a lot of condensation because then your head's going to get wet, but it's not too bad, it's not too bad. It's nice. The sun came out briefly and then went away, and then it drizzled for about 30 seconds and then that stopped. So it's a very odd evening so far. But anyway, I'm going to get the rest of my stuff out of my bag and then I'll show you a few new bits of equipment that I have. Very exciting, isn't it? I only think it's exciting because I have the same crap all the time and I finally treated myself to some more equipment, albeit still cheap, but hopefully an improvement from what I had. Okay, the wind is really getting up, so hopefully it doesn't affect the audio too much. So, I was saying I was getting some new bits of equipment. Well, here's the first one, a proper air mattress. Well, air mat, should I say. So it's from Active Era, or Era, do you know how you say it? I mean, I don't know. It was £25, I think, off Amazon. It's one of those ones that has the foam in it, but it also self-inflates. I've had it out already at home, and it is good. It has a separate pillow section. The only thing about it is, and I don't know why this is with camping equipment, it's not long enough. Nothing's long enough. Like, if I sleep with my head on the pillow bit, my feet are off the end. If I use the pillow bit as part of like where my body would lie, then it fits, but then I have nowhere for my head. It's very weird. Anyway, get this thing on furl. I had a great time trying to put this away for the first time at home because it kept inflating itself before I had a chance. It's also covered in Benson hairs, because obviously, because I have a beagle, beagles cast everywhere, so if anything's on the ground for any length of time, it's just covered in his hairs. But anyway, let's get this thing out. So obviously the trade-off of this thing is it's a lot bulkier, but I'd rather have a bulky thing and have the comfort, because that air mat I had was not cutting the mustard at all. And there's just a wee thing here that you twist and then it brings the air in. And that's it. So it is self-inflating, but you can also just blow air in it yourself as well. Which I had to do. It inflated up to a point, but I felt like I needed a little bit more. So I'll let that do its thing and then I'll add some more in a minute. The other thing I wanted to show you was this. This is a sleeping blanket instead of a sleeping bag. Because I hate sleeping bags. I've come to the conclusion, I hate sleeping bags. I toss and turn a lot in my sleep, and I'm a side sleeper a lot of the time. And a sleeping bag, I was just getting all caught up in it, and it was a disaster. So I got a blanket. Now, obviously, this won't keep me as warm because I'm not being cocooned by it, but I thought this time of year, it shouldn't be too bad. So I thought to myself, new sleeping pad, sleeping blanket quilt thing, I'm all good. So this whole thing is the quilt, like it stuffs into its own bag. So yeah, it's not super thick. But again, I only paid like £20 for this one. Again, as is always the way with these things, this isn't particularly long. I don't know why. But whatever. We'll see how it goes. and it's actually starting to rain. Christ. I've just jumped in the tent because the rain's got quite heavy there for a second. I don't want all my new stuff to get wet. So we'll just wait for this brief shower to pass and then we'll continue on. This kind of rain is really not what I need right now. Oh no. I really hope this is just a passing shower. I really don't need this. I mean, the fact I can actually, it's kind of hard, it's probably not going to focus, but I can actually see outside. So this thing isn't waterproof, so I really need it to stop raining. Light rain is expected to stop in 26 minutes. Can this tent hold out for 26 minutes? Okay, so the tent got an surprise soaking really. And it actually held up, which I'm very surprised at. The sections here, you can see where the stitching's coming away, where it definitely wouldn't hold up for long. But in a light shower, it's done a job. So that's something. So anyway, where was I? Oh yes, I was doing this. So yeah, so the air mat's a bit more up now. So that's pretty much where it self-inflates to there. But I'm gonna just use this wee valve over here just to get a bit more air in it. And then we can think about some dinner. So there you go, as you can see, I've added some air to it and it's a bit more bouncy. Oh, the rain again. Oh, go away. Jesus. Why is the forecast always wrong here? God, honestly. Oh, it's so heavy as well. Oh, the fucking tent won't go up. Ah! 1 second. Everything's getting soaked. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Honestly. Bloody hell. I'm not sure why I've zipped this up while I'm outside, but let's try and keep everything dry. So, the one good thing about this tent is that side of the tent is getting pummeled with rain. This side is quite dry, so at least I can come in and out this side. Yeah, I just wish the rain piss off. What is this day? The other thing, I think I've touched on it, I don't really like about this is, well, how cheap these zips are. And the fact that there's only one, so I can only undo it to here. Like, I can't like, I would like an option where I could have it like this. Do you know what I mean? But it's very annoying. But oh well, it is what it is. You get what you pay for, and I didn't pay a lot, so whatever. Okay, it's been like half an hour now, and I'm still sitting in the tent. The wind is whipped up, and the rain actually. No, I think it's still going. I don't know. The rain hasn't stopped, so I had a false. I had a false hope there, and then it just started again. So. It's meant to be over soon, so I'm just hoping it does stop and then stays away, because this is not what we signed up for. In fact, this is a good sign. This is my pillow, and it's soaking wet. Yay! Oh, you're joking. Yeah, we've got a leak. We've got a leak right here. So there must be a wee section where the stitching is letting us down. Right where my head was going to be. That is absolutely fabulous. Well, better to have found that now than later. Hopefully this can dry out a little bit. But we'll keep that away from that side. Oh, rain, just go away, please. God's sake. Okay, I've made it out. It's a bit annoying about bits of the tent being wet, but whatever, it is what it is. I'm hoping, oh excuse me, I'm hoping that's the end of the rain. It's a nice blue sky. Can't really see it on the camera actually, but there's blue sky over there. Underneath me right now, grey sky. But anyway, so a bit of time has passed and I'm getting hungry. So let's check out what we have for dinner. Okay, so I've got my water boiling just behind me there because it's the only place that's kind of sheltered out of the bit of wind we're having. So I've got some of these freeze-dried meals. This is Summit to eat. Ha, very funny. Summit, do you get it? Anyway, so I've got beef stew with potatoes. So that's that. So it's just a case of ripping the top off, pouring boiling water in, stirring it and leaving it for 10 minutes. And I also got dessert. So I've got rice pudding with strawberry. Nice and dry. These are kind of expensive. Like, the two of these cost me like 14 quid or something like that. But they're really light and they actually are pretty good. I actually do quite like it. So yeah, just wait for my water to boil and then we'll give these a whirl. Okay, here's me boiling water. I'll assume there's enough in there. So it's freeze-dried meal, potatoes, cooked beef strips with vegetables and gravy. Nom nom nom. Okay. The instructions state to take the little gel thing, the little silica gel thing, or is it silica gel or something? I don't know what it's called. But the thing that draws the oxygen out, it's meant to be in there, but I can't find it. But anyway, whatever. I'm assuming it's not in there. But it's in plastic, so it shouldn't perforate or anything. Anyway, that's the inside of it. I'm telling you, it smells absolutely great. It smells so good. I'll just kind of eyeball this. I don't really know how much I need. There is some fill lines, but they just have letters on them. This is A. There's like some lines on the inside. This is A, B, C, D. So I don't know, but we'll give that a bit of a stir. Let's close that, leave that there, and we'll come back to it in 10 minutes. Well, instead of just sitting there, I thought let's kill 10 minutes by going for a little walk. You can probably hear, well, I always say that, and I always notice when I edit, the traffic noise doesn't actually come up as loudly as I think it is, but there's quite a lot of traffic now. I guess it's just the time of day. We don't really get a rush hour, but this is as close to rush hour as you're going to get around here. I thought we'll take a little walk towards the river, see what we see. As you can see, that's not one bit, where are we? Going that way. Oh, it's just so weird because it's reversed. Not one bit stealthy. But yeah, thought we'll just have a little look down here to this bit we went to earlier and see what we see. As usual guys, thanks to everybody that is currently watching and is liking the video and is subscribing and all that stuff. I say this in a lot of videos and you're probably sick of me saying it if you've been watching me, but I really do appreciate everybody that's subscribed. The channel is doing way better than I ever imagined it would at this point. But yeah, this is that little bit I was at earlier. Let's see if I can just force my way through here. Oh, spiky, spiky, spiky. Spiky, spiky, spiky. Oh, spiky plants. Many, many spiky, spiky plants. Ow. Okay, too many spiky plants, I feel. Oh yeah, I can't quite. I need some free hands. And free hands I don't have. There's also like a big ditch here I can't really get through, but there's a little like jetty and all there. It's nice, isn't it? That'd be a nice place to camp actually. I might also, when it gets a bit later, go check out the restaurant that's over there. Not for a meal, although in hindsight I should have done that. Gone for a little Spanish tapas, that would have been great. But oh well, never mind. But yeah, we'll go explore that later maybe. But yeah, we'll go into the next field and see what we see. But yeah, there was something I wanted to address. Yeah, so I touched on it earlier about the hat, and I vow always to write back to comments, but I will also write back to comments if you're just being an ass. I don't get that many dicky comments, but I do notice there's a bit of a trend in that people seem to forget that I'm not actually in a Middle Eastern war zone, and that, yes, oh, a rabbit. Couldn't turn the camera quick enough or I would have showed you. I'm not actually in a Middle Eastern war zone, guys, so you know, if I'm being relatively careful, I feel like that's enough. I'm not running around in a pink jumpsuit, you know what I mean? Like, for the most part, I'm quite careful. And you know, I was wearing relatively stealthy attire and had a yellow coat. I had a yellow hat on. And some people, you'd honestly think I was running around in a high-vis. Like, catch a grip of yourselves. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's stealth camping, but I'm not taking it that seriously. Like, I'm not one of those stealth campers that is uber paranoid at all times. Like, I will say, oh, if you act paranoid, you know, you'll inevitably be more careful. So enough for me to see here, guys. I'm gonna walk back. But like, have a day off, guys, would you? It's really fine. Like, trust in me that I am being relatively careful. Like today, for example, I'm wearing blue hat on, grey trousers. I'm in the middle of a green field. It doesn't really matter. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things, I suppose, when you put yourself out there online, you are gonna get people that will just comment on everything you do. But I don't mind fair, you know, like what's the word I'm trying to say? Constructive criticism. I'm all on board with that, and I get that. But see, if you just want to make like a throwaway, stop wearing that hat, without any context, you can shove off. I'll still write back, but you know, just keep it constructive. Do you know what I mean? It's just annoying. It's just very annoying. But most of you are great, so yeah, you guys are fine. Anyway, let's see how this meal is getting on, eh? It's room temperature, but it's still fabulous. Let's give this a go. There's a lot of weight to it now, which is good. It smells great. It generally smells lovely. And there's a consistency of it. Good, like. You couldn't beat it. Hey, look at that. Actual vegetables in it and everything. Honestly, guys, these are great. Oh. I generally really like these. I quite enjoy the consistency. I kind of like that stodgy, pureed consistency. I mean, not that it's pureed, there's chunks of things in it, but I think I've said this before. I think I was weaned too early as a child because I have a weird thing about textures. At the end of the summer, Nicola and I are potentially hiking the Wicklow Way and wild camping along it. It's about 110 kilometres and it basically finishes up in Dublin. We did it years ago, but I was a much younger man then, so I was fitter for it. But it might not happen, but we're considering it. So if that's something you'd be interested in me vlogging, please tell me. Because I'm sure some of you would like to see Nicola in one of my videos instead of me being in hers. But as I say, I would definitely bring a heap of these. When we first went to Wicklow, we hadn't really camped before. And I had like a, you know the camping stoves that are like a proper stove and it's like this big and it has the big long gas cylinder in it. I had one of those with me. I had brought full eggs and wrapped them really carefully in kitchen roll, so we had breakfast like that every morning. We had a full kettle for water and pans. Like, it was just, we had so much shit with us. Like, we both had like 80-litre camping bags and they were rammed.
And the worst of it is, we had one of those circular pop-up tents. It was a really good double skinned one, but it was just kind of hanging on my back. It was a disaster. I don't know how we did it. And we both had really cheap camping boots on, walking boots on. They were awful. I remember they nearly falling apart at the end, and then we got back to Dublin, we got on the train, and we both stank. Oh, it was funny. But no, I'd love to do it again, but obviously I have a bit more knowledge now. I have a lot more videos planned anyway, and I think Nicola and I are going to do like a campsite camp around here and bring Benny with us. So we'll do like a campsite camp with a dog and Nicola. So I think that might be a fun one as well, but we'll see. I like to do the stealth camping as much as possible, or silly camps in terrible tents like this, but I want to broaden my horizons a little bit. Anyway, I'm going to devour the rest of this and then I'll come back to you.
I've put my pillow on top of the tent, because as you can see now, we are getting blinded with the sunshine, and there's a gentle wind now instead of the rain and the horrible wind, so I'm hoping that'll dry out. But yeah, it's actually turned into a very nice evening, which if you'd asked me an hour and a half ago I would have thought was impossible. Also, there's a gate just here, which is the gate I showed you at the start of the video. Someone jumped over it about 10 minutes ago, and I heard him, and he just looked over and saw me, and I was just like, hello. I was like, I better say hello, because I don't want to come across weird, but I feel like if he was jumping the fence, he's probably not the landowner. But I didn't see where he went, so I don't really know, but I'm not too worried anyway. But yeah. So you'll be pleased to know I actually brought a mug this time. Why is that so wet? Thought maybe it got wet in the corner. Anyway, so finally brought my mug again. I got some of me fancy chocolate, and I've got, well, I have this, but I'm going to keep this for later on. And I've just got some coffee, some tea bags and stuff. I've got my coffee bags again because you know I love them. So yeah, let's get that on the go. So something's made my eye incredibly itchy. I would be susceptible to the old hay fever, so it could just be that. And if it's grass pollen, then I'm screwed. I'm surrounded by grass. But oh well, it is what it is. It's one of those things though, you know when you rub it once and then you're doomed, because you just want to rub it and rub it and rub it, and rubbing it feels great. Shut up. Rubbing your eye feels great, but you're just making it worse in the long run. So while I'm waiting on the water to boil, thought we'd give this a go. It's called Willie's Cacao. It's a fancy chocolate. Normally fancy chocolate's a letdown, but we'll see. So this is clementine and almond. So you pay about 5 times the price for about, I don't know, 4 times less chocolate. Oh, it smells nice. It smells orangey. It's got little Willy logos on it. Little Willy logos. Sorry, I don't know why I find that funny. Well, I do know why. I have the maturity of a toddler, but oh, okay, so there's like chunks of almond in it. I mean, it's alright. I think people like to pretend that this is great. Do you know what's great? A dairy milk or an orange twirl. Way better than this. It's very 5 out of 10. 10 out of 10 price, 5 out of 10 product.
like, just regular old dairy milk chocolate's better. Like, this Boss chocolate always has that sort of bitter note to it, and maybe that means it's better chocolate, I don't know, but I don't care either. I just, give me a dairy milk and be done with it. I would slightly worry about the integrity of this thing in the wind. There's been a few gusts and this thing has bent, like right over here. But it hasn't fallen down, but... Do you remember what I said? Well, look what just happened. It just snapped. Oh no! Let me just attempt to fix this. I'm just holding on to it so it doesn't blow away again. So all of its pegs have come out as well. I mean, if I put it back in, it absolutely comes to it. I can't orientate the tent round so the wind's whistling directly through. I think that'll solve the problem, but I've pegged it in again. We'll give it another go and see what it does. The wind isn't meant to last, so I can't really be bothered moving the tent, so let's just hope that it stops and I do nothing about it and it just goes away. Because that's rational, isn't it? I actually lay down for a bit before I started watching anything. My new sleeping mat is great. The wee head bit, and this pillow is nice and comfy. Great support. My only gripe with it is it's not long enough. So like, it ends there, but my feet are here. But oh well. The other gripe about this tent is that this was advertised as a 2 to 3 man tent, right? So I'm one man, right? So let's just look at the space we have available to us here. So not only is my head touching this end and my feet are touching the wall, so I'm 6'2", so it's not long enough for me, but that happens a lot with tents. But do you really expect another person to be lying beside me in this setup? I mean, it could be done, but it'd be very tight. Certainly not a third person though. There's no way this is a 3-man tent. No way at all. There's the train again. I didn't think the trains here were so regular. But yeah, there's no way this is a 3-man tent. No way at all. I could be sneaky and get my money back and say it's not a 3-man tent. I could probably get my money back actually from how bad the tent is. But the problem with that is I bought this thing about 4 weeks ago and then I planned to do the video and then couldn't. So I've probably passed the threshold of a return. But oh well, it is what it is. But anyway, I'm gonna relax for a bit. So one thing I am doing at the minute, if anyone that cares really, is I've really got into an emulator. So I've been playing Game Boy games, and I found out that there's actually a Metal Gear Solid game for the Game Boy that I never knew existed. This I could not believe. Like, this blows my mind. Like, how do I not know about this? It has all the same sort of sounds that the PlayStation 1 game had. So this is what I've been doing. This is how I've been spending my time. But yeah, big Metal Gear Solid nerd, if people haven't worked that out already. But yeah, I'm going to relive some of my childhood and pretend that I'm 10 years old again. And I'll come back to you a little bit later. Right guys, so a little time has passed. I thought I'd give these things a go. These are called Pretzel Pete, and they're seasoned pretzel pieces, and they're honey and mustard flavour. So they're from the USA, so probably full of all that good stuff, such as potassium chloride. I don't know if that's bad or not. It's actually not that bad. Wow. It smells like hot dog mustard. Wowee. Oh. Oh. They're good. Oh wow. Maybe hard to tell on camera, but look how yellow they are. I feel like they're going to stain my hands. Wow. It literally tastes like the top of a hot dog. How have they done that? Wowee. They are unreal. Absolutely unreal. USA. Knocking it out of the park with their snack game. Again. Oh.
Quite a nice sunset now. This has turned into such a nice evening, I can't believe it. Okay, lads. Oh no, my water! Anyway, try that again. The water is boiling again. There's another train. Jesus. I don't know how regular the trains are. Anyway, so I'm gonna have a cup of tea and try my freeze-dried rice pudding. Yeah, so let's get this open. This time, this thing was right at the top. Okay, so it's like little chunks of strawberry in it. If you can see them there. I don't know if you can see that too, just on the inside of that. It's like little lines. Each line has a letter on it. Now, there's nothing on the packaging that gives me any indication as to what point we're supposed to fill the water to. It doesn't say anywhere. Am I being stupid? Because it says just to add water, but it doesn't say where to add it to. No, definitely doesn't say. It doesn't go out of date until 2029, so that's not bad. Okay, I've got my tea, which is hotter than the sun. I'm not entirely sure why I'm trying to drink that straight away. Let's put that there so we don't spill it. And then I think my rice pudding should be pretty much done. It kind of does look like baby food. Interesting. So that's the consistency there. Hang on, let me get out a shot so it'll focus on this. No, it won't focus on that. Okay, great. The Canon does this thing where it will just focus on a face. It will refuse to focus on the thing you're trying to show, but... Come on, camera. Play ball. There we go. I think that's in focus, I can't quite see. I mean, it's just plain rice pudding with strawberry pieces in it. I think in my mind, I was expecting like strawberry flavoured rice pudding, I don't know why, but it's okay. It would be a filling dessert, which when you're wild camping is what you want. But anyway, I'm going to finish this. Enjoy what's left of the sunset. The sun is nearly down. It's coming up to 10 o'clock, I think. Yeah, it's about 10 to 10. So, we'll be getting dark soon. Chilling out here, and I'm just looking at this cloud. Not sure how well that will come up on camera. But is it me, or does this look like the head of a Labrador? Oh, okay, thanks camera. Just go out of focus there. That's fabulous. That is fabulous. Never mind. Sorry, ignore my eye. It is so itchy. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I'm just lying here enjoying the view, and I'm just like, this is what it's all about, isn't it? Just simple things yes, I'm right next to a relatively main road in a field, but like, it's quite peaceful. The view's nice. It's a nice calm night. Like, I've had a bit of a interesting time recently, and I don't know. You just kind of appreciate the small things a little bit more. And this is one of those small things I just appreciate. It's nice. But anyway, it is about coming up to 10:30. Still not particularly dark, it's getting dark. I'm basically waiting for night time so I can set up some of my GoPro shots for my night lapses at night. And yeah, that's about it really. I've had my tea, I've had my snacks, I'm just kind of waiting to go to bed. I managed to forget my iPhone lead, so I can't charge my phone, so I can't really watch that much stuff or play much on my phone. It's just the tradition of always forgetting something has hit me again. Well, this time my excuse is because I left work, I brought the cable with work to work with me so I could charge my phone while I was at work to keep it at 100% in case I forgot the lead. I packed my lead in my smaller bag because I got changed at work before I came out camping, and then of course I left the lead in my smaller bag and then came out here with my big camping bag and realised when I went to charge my phone that I didn't have my bloody cable. But it wouldn't be a camp with me if I didn't forget something, would it really? I think I've forgotten something every single camp, and I'm such an organised person. It's mad how many times I actually manage to forget things. Maybe I'm not an organised person. Oh no. Oh no. But anyway, I will report in again whenever it is properly dark. Just nipped out to go for one of my final pees of the night. I was just looking at the tent, and there's loads of little insects. Of course it's not going to focus on any of them, is it? We can kind of make out their blurry shapes. There's tons of them. And they're all having an orgy on my tent. It's an unsolicited bug orgy all over my tent. They're all back to back. Dirty little sods. Anyway, let's go for a pee. So in a cruel twist of fate, it's been raining for about the last 10 minutes. So I'm really hoping... I mean look, you can already see. You can already see where the water's coming in. This thing, just on this edge where my head's gonna be, does not like water at all. Every other bit I feel is doing okay, just not where my head's gonna be. I will keep you updated. So basically, if we go along the edges, try not to shine it directly, but that's all wet. It's kind of, it's basically where this bit meets the sort of thin base of the tent, all the way around, all in there soaking. Yeah, it's basically just those bits. But listen to that rain now. Oh no. Why? This is so annoying. Oh, this is funny. This is funny. It wasn't supposed to rain again. What is going on? Oh well. I was going to go out and set the GoPro up because it's getting dark enough, but I think I'll just wait. So now it's all wet under here. So there must be a slight gap between the bottom of the tent and the tarp I put there, and it's just got in between, and now it's all getting wet under here now too. It's not too bad underneath the sleeping pad, but I just really need this bloody rain to stop, like, and it's just not, and it's not meant to be raining. This is very frustrating. Guys, actually listen to this rain. I'm gonna wake up in a puddle of water. I cannot believe this. It wasn't supposed to rain. I keep saying this.
How are we looking? Oh no. No, hang on. I mean, there's actually water droplets like on the sleeping mat now, so that's fab. Yeah, we've got puddles of water here. How's the back looking? Oh, this bit, the back hasn't got any worse yet. But yeah, not good, not good. I mean, if I press down there, there's a gully of water there on the ground, so that's great. The other fun thing about this is what I was saying about the length of the sleeping mat is my feet were basically going to be here, but now that bit's all wet, so I can't put my feet there anymore. Yeah, we're basically leaking just pretty much around every corner now. How about this side where my stuff is? Yeah, that's all letting in water. That's letting in water. Yeah, the whole bloody thing's just letting in water. So this is fabulous, isn't it? Oh well. Well, this is definitely a fair weather tent because it's failing spectacularly at this. Now granted this is heavier rain, but it's still nothing that bad, but god damn it. Okay, we're having serious problems now. There's like properly like puddles of water here. It's hard for me to hold the camera and show you, but what a funny set of circumstances. I was happy because the weather was good, and then I was annoyed because of the rain, and then it was like a wonder day, and now everything's soaking wet again. Like in about 3 hours we've had all the weather. Like this thing's soaked, like everything's just, oh my torch has just failed, great. Oh, there we go. Everything's just got soaked. Like there's water in every corner now. Like I'm just surrounded by water. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until the rain has stopped. I always have an extra pair of like lounge trousers, like loungewear, like jogger bottoms with me to sleep in. I'm going to use those to dry all the corners, and then I'll go to bed after that, because there's no point, like I need to get rid of this water, but there's no point even trying to dry it now. So I'm just going to try and move everything to the middle and hope for the best. So anyway, it gets worse, would you believe. I went to touch the button and it's soaking wet. Look at that. So the little hook is letting in water. So now my torch is wet. So now I'm getting dripped on from the top as well. I wonder if that's damaged that. Oh no, it's still working. Sorry, we epilepsy warning there. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. This thing is shit. Right guys, it's about midnight. Getting pretty tired now. It finally stopped raining, so everything's a little bit drier. I use the trousers I normally sleep in to try and mop up most of the water. Feeling a bit more cozy now in my blanket. Not feeling too bad. But yeah guys, if anything exciting happens in the night, like torrential rain, but let's hope not, I will pick up the camera. But otherwise, I will see you, well maybe, unless my eyes solidify because they're still so itchy and sore. But anyway, I'll hopefully see you in the morning. So good night from me and my incredibly red eyes.
morning. That was a fun night. And by fun I mean shit. It started raining a lot last night. So I think I was kind of paranoid of the water coming in again. So I couldn't really settle, and then I couldn't really feel like I could stretch out because of the damp at the bottom. And it was just in my head, and yeah, like just below the camera is, there's like, everything's kind of damp. Where my water bottle is literally just sitting in a puddle of water. So yeah, lovely. It's like 5:45. It's been bright for about an hour. I've been trying to stay inside to sleep, but I'm just kind of awake now. But yeah, another fantastic night's sleep on the channel. Right. Oh, suppose I better get up. Bloody hell. As sleeps go, that's up there, one of the worst. Oh, I've said that so many times. I think this one felt worse because there was times yesterday where it was so lovely and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a great sleep, this is so cozy. And then it just got so wet, it was just kind of demoralising. Oh, right, need a wee. Oh, okay. It's literally starting to rain again just as I've gone for a pee. I don't believe this. Oh, why? Oh, great. Oh, I'll leave the tent for 1 minute. Christ's sake. So, the weather has just got absolutely horrendous. I don't know what is happening. Also, I jumped out and I was going to come in this side and I was going to hang my feet out because the wind isn't as bad that side, or the rain isn't as bad that side. But then it absolutely started chucking it down, and in my haste to get in the tent, this zip broke. So now I can't stop the water coming in on this side. Now everything's getting absolutely soaked. Like, look at this. For fuck's sake. I don't know also if you can see this on camera, but the top of my head's soaked. It's literally dripping through the top like a tap now. Like, I'm getting absolutely soaked in here right now. Oh my Christ. Yeah, look, you can see it dripping down. Look at that. My nice new air mattress is absolutely soaked. Everything's soaked. Oh my god, this is horrific. Oh, fuck me. Right. Oh, try and work out what I'm gonna do here. Like, look at all that water. Look at that. Everything's soaked. So, I'm just kind of sitting in this little tiny middle section, getting wet, slightly wet from the top, but really this is as dry as I can stay right now. This kind of corner, I guess, is the dry corner, as the moisture hasn't got to that bit quite as bad, but it's not great. So I'm just gonna hang tough here for a second.
I was gonna have coffee and stuff, but I don't know. I'm gonna see what the rain does. If it doesn't stop, I'm just gonna have to just pack up and go and just get soaked. We'll see what happens. Still here. I do at least see the funny side of it. Yeah, what time are we at now? So it's just coming up to 6 and oh, we've got 1% battery. Ooh. It's just coming up to 6 in the morning. And the light rain is expected to stop in 1 minute. I feel like it's on 5 minutes, sorry. I feel like it's kind of subsiding. Yeah. So here's the damage. Little pools of water. Just like, I mean, look at that. As I said, I'm kind of sitting in a little dry spell, a little dry bit, but that was the dry corner there. I'm hoping this corner has survived, because that's where I've piled everything up. So we'll see. I'm so glad I have my GoPro case for all my electricals, because the whole thing got soaked. That's, Christ, look at that. Look at the water. This thing is scrap. Right. The rain has stopped. Let's get my shoes on and get up at least and start trying to pack this away. I'll try and chat about the tent as I'm doing it, but if it starts raining I might have to try and be quick. But yeah, I'll try my best. Well, here we are. So yeah, that's what I was saying. The outer zip came off. I don't even know where it is. Where even is it? There it is there. In the middle of that came off. So that couldn't be closed. So this all got super soaked, like. Oh dear. Dear oh dear. It's funny now, the sun's starting to peek through and it's like, when you actually look, it's quite bright and you're like, really? You wouldn't even realise it'd been raining like 10 minutes ago. I'm quite cold though, because I thought I was staying quite dry, but it turns out my back was actually getting quite wet. I only have a thin fleece and a t-shirt on because the weather's not been too bad, so I thought I'd be alright, but should have brought a coat, but oh well. Oh, so I'm just kind of pacing around. I need to get this tent done, but just the thought of it's kind of depressing me. But yeah, let's just get it done. Look at that, water dripping out of that. How's that even? You can see that or not? There's actually water in the torch. See that? But it's still working. So oh dear. We'll start with some of the positives. And that I do like this sleeping mat. I wish it was a tad longer, but apart from that, it's not too bad. And I obviously wish it was a tad drier as well. So it's a big improvement from my other sleeping pad I had. Just wish I didn't get the thing completely soaked. I feel like those should have been a bit more central, but it'll do. To put this big heap of shit away. Oh dear. Like it's just completely soaked through. In terms of folding this down, I haven't bothered to look at the instructions because it's fucked anyway. Oh, I pull that up.
Oh wait, hang on. Probably a better way than this. I'm trying to think how it came up again. These all fold in. Oh, that's right. I mean, it's literally just snapped off as I've tried to work it out. The legs all sort of fold, so I'm just going to fold the mill all in on themselves. That might do there. This clearly isn't right. Oh dear, oh dear. What a fantastic piece of kit this is. I mean, look at that. It's not, the zip just kind of stops there. This thing is definitely never seeing the light of day again. So I am going to strap the tent to the bag, but as soon as I find a bin, it is going. There's no way I'm not carrying that thing home, no way. Okay, we are getting the F out of here. Nothing left behind but a flat patch and some bad memories. Just walking back into the main part of town and I found a bin. Time to get rid of this thing. So I can get this thing in here. Good enough. Alright guys, that's gonna about do it for this video. Sorry about the rush at the end there, but that really was a bit of a disaster, wasn't it? But anyway, hope you enjoyed my misadventures in my cheap Temu tent. Bottom line, don't bother getting it. It cost me 20 quid, roughly. Possibly 21, I can't remember. But it's cheap, and you get what you pay for. And I said it was a fair weather tent, and I stood by that until this morning when the zip broke and then it wouldn't go into the bag, and yeah, the build quality just isn't there. It's yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, enough rambling. Yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe and all that balls people say. But other than that, guys, all that's left to say is goodbye, and I'll see you in the next one.